Umber, and this is my persuasive speech. Today I'm going to inform you on drinking and driving and why it's bad. Drinking and driving sounds awesome until the consequences and the statistics and the solutions of drinking and driving happen to you. People think drinking and driving is no big deal, but what if you had to tell a family that you killed their son or daughter because you were intoxicated? 53 people die in America die every day because of drinking and driving crash. That adds up to 27 people per day. Children and teens who get involved with alcohol at a young age are 7 times more likely to be in an alcohol-related crash. Now I'm going to inform you on the consequences, statistics, solutions, and why not to drink and drive. The consequences of drinking and driving are harsher now than they have ever been. Judges are now stricter and more forceful with their penalties and fines. Jail time, attorney fees, and court costs have risen over the years. The worst consequence is a person facing of drinking and driving. It's a big deal. In 2010, 10,288 people were killed in alcohol-impaired driving crashes, and it accounted for more than 1/3 of all traffic-related deaths in the United States. Of 110,000 traffic deaths were among children of ages 0 to 14 in the year 2010. Of 211 children passengers were ages 14 and younger who died in alcohol-impaired driving crashes. Also in 2010, over 1.4 million drivers were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol or narcotics. That's 1% of the 112 million self-reported episodes of alcohol-impaired driving among the United States adults each year. Drugs and other alcohol, including marijuana and cocaine, are also involved in about 18% of motor vehicle deaths. The statistics may have gone down on drinking and driving, but it is still happening. Nearly 30 people die every day from drinking and driving. That's 1 death every 48 minutes. Traffic accidents are the leading cause of death for teens, and roughly 1/3 of these accidents involve alcohol or another substance. On average, a drunk driver will drive 80 times under the influence before their first arrest. A fact is, an estimated 32% of fatal car crashes involve an intoxicated driver or a pedestrian. Drinking and driving simply do not go together. The human brain cannot deal with many things and process countless data all at the same time. Alcohol affects the attentiveness of one's ability to make quick decisions on the road, react to change in the environment, and execute specific and often difficult maneuvers behind the wheel. When drinking and alcohol, driving becomes dangerous and is potentially lethal. All states in the U.S. have adopted a .08 blood alcohol concentration level as a legal limit for an operating motor vehiclist of drivers aged 21 years or older. How does alcohol affect the driver? The blood alcohol concentration of 0.02% as a person drives is some loss of judgment, relaxation, and altered mood, which results in a decline of visual functions and the ability to perform 2 tasks at the same time. Driving while intoxicated, which is a DWI, is a crime. If you are convicted, you will face substantial fine, a mandatory surcharge, license revocation, higher insurance premiums, and possible incarceration. The more you drink and drive, the more likely you are to have an accident. Some people say the table looks perfectly safe to dance on. Forgot my keys, I'll just hop over the fence. These are 2 examples of more lighthearted side effects of drinking and driving. But the feeling you get when the amount of alcohol in your blood increases can have disastrous consequences too. It can make you underestimate your own abilities and behave recklessly. That road doesn't look as busy, that gap isn't so big, and besides, you're an expert long jumper. As the blood alcohol concentration rises, so does the risk of an accident. Blood alcohol concentration is the breath or blood is the alcohol in your breath or blood. Is measured by milligrams of alcohol per 100 milliliters of blood. It's affected by all sorts of factors, including how much alcohol you drink, how fast you drink, your body size, how much you've eaten, your gender, and even your emotional health. Alcohol slows you down. It affects your body's responses. It slows your brain, which means you're more likely to have an accident. Drinking and driving affects our judgment and reasoning skills, slows down our reaction times, upsets our sense of balance or coordination, impairs our vision and hearing, makes us lose our concentration, and makes us feel drowsy. More men die from drinking and driving than any other group of people. Since 1979, when detailed reporting began, there has been an almost six-fold reduction in the number killed in drunk driving accidents, and similar drop in seriously injured casualties. The bad news is that drinking and driving accidents still count for 16% of all road deaths. For drivers, alcohol can reduce their ability to see distant objects. Night vision can be reduced by 25%, make you have blurred or double vision, reduce your ability to perceive what is happening around you, and make you lose your peripheral vision. When coming into contact with a drunk driver, they usually are making wide turns, weaving, swerving, drifting, or straddling the center line, almost striking an object or a vehicle, driving on the wrong side of the road, stopping without cause, driving without their headlights off. If you are in front of this drunk driver, turn right at the nearest intersection and let him or her pass. If the driver is in front of you, stay at a safe distance behind them. If the driver is coming at you, slow down and move to the right and stop. Notify the police of the description of the license plate as soon as you can. There are many solutions to drinking and driving. The most important is not to drink and drive. You have options. Call a cab. If a person is intoxicated, call someone. Don't let your friend drive impaired. Hide or take the keys from that driver. You could save a life. Choose a designated driver. Decide what's going to be going on before you go out. Make sure that person doesn't drink or have any alcoholic beverages. Why would you want to kill someone while you're drinking and driving? The consequences of drinking and driving are terrible. How would you feel if you had to tell someone you killed their child, that it's your fault, that she's dead, and you can't get her back? Getting into an accident is one thing, but drinking and driving makes that risk 10 times worse. Alcohol affects your perception and reflexes. You're killing families when you drink and drive. How would you feel if you could never see your loved one or your best friend ever again because of drinking and driving? Many consequences are jail time, DUIs, and court costs, but the worst is not having them there anymore. My conclusion is drinking and driving has severe consequences. The statistics prove this, and there are many solutions to stop drinking and driving. Drinking can be enjoyed, but mixing it with driving can be fatal. Why would you want to take a risk of killing someone else?